My dentist was arrested for selling crack. I've been going to this guy for 25 years. I never knew he was a dentist.
So I'm half Jewish and half Irish. I'll have a drink if, you're buying.
Last week I went to an Irish wedding. And the DJ says, find that person that brought you most comfort in your life. And hold that person, grab that person, squeeze that person tight. I'm telling you, the poor bartender was nearly crushed to death. And what is all this fuss about same-sex marriage? I was married almost 36 years and I had the same sex for practically all of them.
Well, I think the banks need to do a better job of keeping their ATMs stuffed with money. I stopped at 4 separate branches there and each one of them had insufficient funds. I recently bought a new toilet brush. Long story short, I am going back to toilet paper. Hey, if you ever come visit me and I'm on life support, do me a favor. Remember what we tried to do in the 70s and 80s? And unplug me, wait about 30 seconds and plug me back in again and see if that works. Right around that same time, I remember reading an article that said that Washington State had passed 2 laws in the very same day. They legalized marijuana and same-sex marriage. And I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he said, well, that makes perfect biblical sense. He says, because in Leviticus 20:19, it clearly states that any man that lies with another man should be stoned.
So I said to my wife, I said, how come I never know when you're having an orgasm? How come I never know? How come you never tell me? How come I never know? She told me she doesn't want to bother me at work. I was married close to 36 years, and I can tell you, if there's such thing as a 7-year itch, I have got the shingles. But oh no, I learned many things from my wife. I learned to never fight with my wife when she is tired, or she is rested, or she is in the house. I said to my wife one day, let's go on vacation. She said, being married to you is a vacation. I said, oh honey, that's so sweet. She said, not really, you were the last resort. I said, hey, maybe we just gotta put a little spark back in our marriage. So she tasered me. How about this pandemic? I'm going on 30 months. A pandemic made in China. Everything else made in China breaks in 30 minutes. And it's still going on. Did you hear today that they closed and quarantined everybody at the John Lennon International Airport? Imagine all the people. It's easy if you try.
I brought my service dog, and I'm walking through the Walmart, and a woman comes up to me, she's got 2 kids, and they want to pet the dog. And I look down, and these kids are on leashes. I said, they are really cute kids, were they rescues? Young lady, you found it funny, but she didn't find it funny at all. So I quickly complimented her on her mustache. That did not help the situation. She says, well, what about your dog? Was he adopted? I was, as a matter of fact, he was. You see, my wife and I, we couldn't conceive a dog naturally on our own.
Check it out, the cashier says to me, did you find everything okay? I said, why, were you hiding some stuff? There's a big sign on the door. It said, coming soon to all Walmart stores, dental offices. But the kicker is going to be they are going to have an express lane for any patient that still has 7 original teeth or more. My kids, they laugh at me because they think I'm crazy. And I laugh right back at them because I know it's hereditary. So here's my impression of an ophthalmologist making love. How's this? How about now? Better? Worse? 1 or 2? Hey, anybody else get that strange kind of awkward phone call from your kid's school? telling you that your kid has to be held back for remedial studies when all year long you've been doing their homework? So it is rumored that in 1864, when the original Coke bottle started first coming out, there were 2.5 grams of cocaine in every bottle of Coca-Cola. And that may explain why our parents and grandparents could walk 5 miles to school, uphill, both ways, barefoot, in the snow. My father, he actually asked his doctor if he could cut his Viagra tablets into quarters. The doctor said, Mr. Friedman, I can certainly do that for you, but there's no way you will ever achieve a full erection on a quarter of a Viagra. My father says he don't want a full erection. He only wants it to stick out far enough so when he pees in the middle of the night, it don't get on his slippers. So I'm not overly religious. I'm Jew-ish. But to me, every holiday is the same. They tried to kill us, they didn't. Let's eat. And I thought the hardest part about growing up Jewish was growing up in a Jewish neighborhood because you never knew what you were allowed to say to anybody. I went up to my neighbor, I said, Mr. Cohen, I am so sorry, I just heard about your business burning down. I'm so sorry to hear that. He said, shh, quiet, it's not until tomorrow. Last week I went to my proctologist, got checked out. I walked in, I said to the guy, where should I leave my pants? He says, over there next to mine. The one thing I do miss about my ex-wife, she was very, very romantic. And one day she actually texted me, if you are sleeping, send me a dream. And if you're eating, send me a bite. And if you're laughing, send me a smile, I love you. And I texted her back, I am on the toilet, please advise.